I solved what the Super Saiyan God ritual is. It's 5 Saiyans with a high SO count compressing their energy to force the formation of God Ki. Let me explain. Let's start with some backstory on what the Super Saiyan God ritual is. Even though it may seem like it at first, the Super Saiyan God ritual is not some divine ritual that is conjured. As mentioned by Shenron, the Super Saiyan God ritual was made by accident. And in a Q&A, Akira Toriyama mentions that Super Saiyan God was first reached after Jamoshi, the Super Saiyan from Legend, exhausted all of his energy rebelling against the evil Saiyans. So since this ritual was not planned, what likely happened is that after a tired Jamoshi exhausted all of his energy and could no longer maintain Super Saiyan, in a last-ditch effort Jamoshi's comrades all decided to give him energy in order to continue the fight. You know, the classic. Now the Super Saiyan God ritual only has 2 requirements. It needs 5 righteous Saiyans and they all need to give their energy to another Saiyan. As mentioned in my previous short, extremely condensed Ki is likely what forms God Ki. So, all the Ki being concentrated into a singular being likely makes the recipient's Ki dense enough that it forms Super Saiyan God, which would explain why the ritual is only temporary. Since the user doesn't actually know how to create God Ki themselves, once enough of the shared energy dispenses, the Ki is not dense enough to maintain Super Saiyan God. But why do the participants of the ritual need to be righteous Saiyans? That's kind of an odd requirement. Well, I don't think it's a coincidence that in the same Q&A that Toriyama brought up Yamoshi, he also brings up S-cells, the biological cell needed to become Super Saiyan. In the Q&A, Toriyama mentions that having a gentle spirit is the best way to increase S-cell count, meaning that good Saiyans, like the ones that supported Yamoshi, likely had a high S-cell count, even if they themselves couldn't transform into Super Saiyan. So what I think righteous really means in the context of the Super Saiyan God ritual is simply that you need to have 5 Saiyans with a high S-cell count. By the way, S-cells can also be inherited, which explains why an unborn Pan is able to participate in the ritual. Notice that when doing the ritual, everyone, including Videl, is in Super Saiyan, because the energy that is being shared is S-cell energy, which makes sense why the form is called Super Saiyan God and not just Saiyan God. It's literally the form a Saiyan takes when the Ki produced by their S-cells is condensed enough to be turned into God Ki. To support this
even further beyond!
In the anime, Goku turns Super Saiyan after Super Saiyan God disappears, which is what you would expect to happen when Super Saiyan God is no longer dense enough to be maintained. So next time you hear somebody say the Super Saiyan God name doesn't make sense, send them this video. Well, let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, check out my other Dragon Ball videos. Since my last video, we passed 100 subs and 700 followers on TikTok. I just want to thank everybody for their support. I'm so excited to see this channel grow, and I really couldn't do any of this without you all.